My name is Davy Flynn. I'm a Chief Superintendent with Central Scotland Police. I'm also Chair of the MARS Partnership Group in Forth Valley, which is the multi-agency hate response strategy. Our aim is to stop hate crime across Forth Valley. We're a group of public and voluntary sector organisations who work together to identify and eliminate unlawful discrimination, attacks and harassment, and to promote good relationships. You can visit our website at www.stophateincentralscotland.org.uk. What you're about to see are some snapshots from real people who have been the real victims of hate crime across Scotland. They're very powerful, and I'd ask you to listen and you'll form your own view on the element and level of support and trust they had in those they reported these incidents to.
Some of them did. Some of them didn't make a fun of me. Some of them nice folk.
I would regularly have gay comments made to me that I was just a gay boy and bent bastard and all that sort of stuff.
Some children would come to my daughter and they would say, why is it that your skin is dark? Is it because you don't bath well? Look at our skin, it's nice, it's white.
And making rude remarks over the phone. And just probably because they haven't got the nerve to stand up in front of me.
They were quite common, but the verbal abuse I could take to a degree. But that escalated on to physical abuse.
Suddenly I felt a blow to the back of my head, and because the handrail behind me on the bus, I heard a kind of metal clank, so I knew it was a kind of metal object I'd been hit with. I don't know if it was a can of Coke or knuckle dusters or what it was, but I put my hand back behind my head and my hand was covered in blood.
And he took the chain off the dog and said to the dog, go get the dirty packy bastards.
It's the time of snow, so they would wait until they're out of the school grounds and then they would make snowballs and they would attack it with the snowballs. So that particular day, she said the attack was so vicious that her feet were swollen and she had to walk with the shoes in her hands.
And started booting me in the face, round about the head and in the ribs. And these guys wore steel toe caps and so forth.
And I said to my partner, can I move, let's get off the bus, and moved down to the front of the bus. And I spoke with the bus driver and said, one of your passengers up the back of the bus just assaulted me, and I showed him the blood on my hand, and he said, well, hold on, the police station's just up the road, I'll just drive you straight there. And sure, he missed a couple of bus stops and the driver drove straight to the police station.
And the dog came up to my side, the driver's side, started scratching on the door, barking loudly, and before you knew it, we've got this guy trying to smash the window from my husband's side, you've got the dog on my side, and the guy with the metal chain, he just started slamming it off the windscreen and slamming it off the bonnet.
And they basically made an awful mess of my face. I can remember the blood pouring from my nose. There was lumps all over my head, my ribs were absolutely aching. And they kept kicking me until I actually don't remember.
So that's when I said, I'm not putting up with this, and I just picked up the phone and I was raging and I spoke to the police.
Quite panicked at the time, I locked the doors and I put my hand on the horn to attract attention so someone could witness what was happening and also for help. But at the same time, my husband Omar, he'd taken out the mobile phone and he'd made an emergency call to the police.
I ran into the police station. I spoke with the people on the desk and said, I've just been assaulted on a bus, but the bus driver's been great. He brought me straight to the police station.
Some of them say, like, Mongo, I'm gonna report you to the police. That's what I say to them.
I didn't actually go down the line of reporting it to the police.
When it's concerning almost outside parties, strangers and what have you, yes, I will report them. I will have absolutely no hesitation in reporting them.
I like doing a report on that.
And then we
take it here
to the
police.
Yeah.
When Omar phoned the contact centre after making a 999 call, the women started asking whether we were in the house, how old he was, how old I was, and what seems like quite irrelevant questions, considering we're being attacked here and now, and we've told the person where we're at, what address we're at, and who's surrounding us.
And I was so pleased that the police phoned back within a short time, and we arranged a meeting which was suitable to my needs, because I was going to work and I was starting work around 9:30, but they agreed to come earlier, so they came around 7:30 in the morning, and we had an interview with my daughter.
And I was asked to just take a seat and someone would be with me in a wee while. And I said, but the bus drivers brought people directly to the station. And again, very calmly, I was told, just stay, wait there, someone will be out to see you in a minute. And as I looked out the door, I could see the guys getting out the back of the bus and out the emergency exit and running off.
And on the incidents I have reported, I got help from the police and from victim support.
And then after that, they went to school, they spoke to the school. So my daughter reported back that the school had spoken to the boys concerned, and the police had been to school as well. And the boys stopped. Some of them actually went and apologized to her, but nothing of that sort ever happened to my daughter again.
And it was there that my husband decided, right, I'm going to email the councillor, the local council for the new area, and I'm going to contact somebody at the police station and send out a letter to the MSPs via email about what's just happened and the response that we've received. And he did that, and within minutes of him sending off that email, he got a call from the superintendent at the local police station, and he said, look, I'm really sorry. He was apologetic, and he says, look, I'm really sorry that nobody's come out and seen you. If you want, I'll come out now. And at that time we decided, well, there's no point, it's quite late on and what's happened has happened, but this needs to be fixed. So we said, no, it's fine, and it was agreed that 2 officers would come out in the morning to our new address.
I understand that they would have to go through a process, but certainly the immediacy that I felt as the situation could have been dealt with, it wasn't dealt with.
And she is doing brilliant at school. I've been called several times to pick up or to when she was being given awards, and I've really been very pleased with the way the whole thing is gone, the support from the school, the support from the police. I'm just pleased with that.
They took our statements, and later on somebody else came out to photograph the damage done to the car. We also got an invite to see somebody at victim support, just in terms of offering a listening ear, offering support, which I didn't take up on, and neither did my husband. We were told that if it goes to court, then there will be a screen, so we won't need to be in front of the perpetrators. The 2 men did plead guilty, so we didn't. It wasn't taken to court.
Not a pleasant experience. Luckily my partner was there, and I wasn't going through it on my own. But if somebody was going through that on their own, that would be magnified. The bad experience of that would feel much worse.
After the incident happened, I did want to move out there. I said, this is not for us, this is not, we can't live here. We did move in, and I'm very grateful nothing's happened ever since then.
Also in working within a gay men's charity, we do have a good working relationship with the police, and I would highly recommend the routes that exist using the gay liaison officers and community liaison officers in order to investigate incidents that happen. I've noticed this has been the case where people can directly speak with officers in a way that's relaxed, and they feel that they're listened to and taken seriously when they present with an issue.
So do you feel the police are now working with you?
Aye.
There are victims in this, and at the end of the day there should be no victims, because regardless as to your sexuality, your gender, your ethnic background, it's not a reason for being picked on, it's not a reason for being outcast, it's not a reason for being beaten up. The people who are causing hurt to people like that are criminals, and they deserve to be treated as so, and they deserve everything that happens to them through the Justice Department. It needs to be reported, obviously, and people of are victims of hate crime need to feel that there's a place to go to report such crimes.
Yes, I am the sort of a person who we have come to believe that in order to stop certain behaviors from continuing to happen, the only way is to challenge and to make sure you use the legal procedures or the legal avenues that are in place to challenge that and to support you as well, because it's quite a traumatizing experience. On your own, you might feel, I can't deal with this, but with support, it is possible. I would urge anyone who comes across any discrimination, any harassment, any bullying on account of their race, any hate crime of any sort whatsoever, not to put up with it. Don't put up with it. It is a crime. It's intolerable. It doesn't build a good society. Confront the person, report it, and it will be dealt with.
My point here is, if you have an incident, report it. Even if you don't have to give your name, address and all the other details to follow up, let the police know that things are happening. That way they can control what's happening, or they can put the resource in, and perhaps maybe they'll improve your life and maybe actually improve my life.
We must do everything we can to encourage victims of hate crime to report it to the police or one of the other partner organisations. That can be done by the victim themselves, direct to the police at any police office, or by phone or by email to Central Scotland Police, but also to any of the partner organisations who have trained volunteers who will speak with the victim and pass the necessary details on to the police for investigation. Our priority is to maintain the trust and confidence of victims and do everything we can to support them during what is a very difficult and traumatic time.
We would like to thank all of those who have agreed to take part in this short film for their courage in coming forward to share their stories in order to increase public understanding of the devastating effect that hate incidences can have on individuals and communities.